Hi guys. So last week we learned about systems, solving them by elimination. This week we're going to step it up to probably one of the hardest things we learned all year, substitution. Now, if some of you guys are struggling, it's okay. I just need the best effort you can. When you watch this video, you can rewatch it even. It's on my YouTube channel. If you want to watch through it again to see how things are happening, go for it. Because some of you guys are reaching out going, I just really am struggling. But it's okay. As long as you're working throughout the week and doing the best you can, that is all I can really expect without being face to face helping you guys. So let's take a look at this problem. When I look at this first problem, the first part, the top equation, if I said read this as a sentence, you would say y equals 2x or 2 times x or 2 times a number x plus 4, right? So now if we're going to deal with this problem, let's go ahead and start. First step is to, let me get a better color here. What does y equal? What does y equal? And if you remember, we kind of blocked this out before, if you remember that. And we had done a card activity with this too. It's a while ago. I get that we're struggling a little bit with this, but it is something that's very important that you need to know for high school. So if I asked you, what does y equal? You could tell me 2x plus 4. So what does y equal? 2x plus 4. Now, you're going to take this in the second equation and plug it in where you see y. Where is y? It's right there. So let me go ahead and rewrite this equation. I'm going to write it right here. 2x plus 3. And look what I did there. I left a full-on opening to put in. Y is gone. Instead of y, I'm going to put in 2x plus 4. Okay? And this is how you solve this equation. It's not too crazy. As long as you have one variable that's by itself, that's isolated, see how it's y by itself, then you can solve these kinds of problems with actually minimal difficulty, I think, once you get in the groove, once you plugged it in. All right? So I have 2x still here. I'm going to go ahead and distribute these two, or this term into both these other terms. Get out of here. Technical nonsense. Okay. I'm going to have plus 6x plus 12 equals 20. Okay, now you got to have your equation skills come into play. If I'm going to go and combine like terms, I have 8x plus 12 equals 20. And I'm going to move it up here. 8x plus 12 equals 20. Okay. Now go ahead and subtract 12 both sides. And now you have 8x equals 8. Obviously, what times 8 equals 8? X equals 1. And that's great. That's what we want. Now, you know what x is. You don't know what y is. So this step is actually the super easiest step. You are going to take this 1, this x, and plug it in to the first piece of the puzzle. First part of the puzzle. You cross this x out. You plug it in 1 right there. 2 times 1 is 2. Plus 4 is 6. Okay? And back in the day, I don't know if you remember, but I drew, I'll see if I can do this. I drew a big monkey here. You remember my chunky monkey idea? All right. And then I drew this as a banana. And I said, what do you do when you get the banana? You feed the monkey. This X that was here is no longer there. We fed it the 1. Okay. It's a lot to look at. So let me get the screen out here. All right. Let's go ahead and work. All right. So now we're looking at both these equations. Which one has a variable isolated or all alone by itself? Right there, right? So if I asked you, what does x equal? You could say x equals 4y plus 2. So your goal is always to see which variable is all alone by itself that you could actually make a statement of what that variable equals. Now, x equals 4y plus 2. Great. Take that, and why am I going to put it where the x is? Because remember, what does x equal? So let me rewrite the equation. 3, I'm going to put a space there, plus 2y equals 6. Okay. What am I going to put in this space? What I know x equals. Okay. Now from here, you can solve this equation to get what y is. Eventually, when you solve this, you're going to isolate y and get it all alone, which is great. And even if you were doing a multiple choice test, which you will be doing, you know that the y is right here. So whatever answers you see that are the y value, once you solve that, you can get that answer, which is just a little cheat code to help you when you take these multiple choice tests. So if you did half the problem, you should be able to cross out a couple answers in a multiple choice. All right, 12y plus 6 plus 2y equals 6. Now let's go ahead and let's combine like terms. 14y plus 6 equals 6. Now let's go over here. 14y plus 6 equals 6. Let's go ahead and move our constants to the right. Our constant is 6. We're going to go, by moving it to the right, we're going to go opposite operation, equals 0. Let's get rid of that 14. Can I divide 14 to both sides? And what does y equal? Y will equal 0. Okay, 14 can go into 0. How many times does 14 go into 0? 0 times. So y equals 0. And you're going to see how easy this one is. When you have to eventually figure this out, y equals 0, where does the y go? Where does this 0 go? Let's go back to our first part, our first piece of the puzzle here. And if I'm looking at this, I'm going to put it right where y is. All right. What's 4 times 0? 0. What is 0 plus 2? What is 0 plus 2? Well, obviously, anything plus 2 or nothing plus 2 is just going to stay 2. So your final answer would be 2, comma 0. Okay? Those are two different ways to do the system. Now I'm going to give you one that's a little trickier. Okay? And it may be in a word problem sense, but don't freak out. You can still solve these. Okay, let me show you something now. I actually did this problem in December. I actually pulled up from my Google Drive. It was probably a week or two before winter break. And Atiana is saving for a new car. She already saved $4,000. And she saves $200 every month. Franca is also saving for a new car and already saved $6,000 and saves $100 every month. After how many months will they have saved the same amount of money? And this is a perfect system of equations that you have to solve. That is just like what we've been doing. Okay. Now, your first step is to turn this whole sentence right here. Turn this sentence. You have to turn this sentence into an equation. And how would you do that? I'm going to help you out. Y equals. Okay. And really, it's money is the y and the months is your x. Okay, so it's 200 every month. Look how I did this. 200 every month plus what did you start with? You're starting with 4,000 already saved. So let me show you how this looks again. You have 4,000 already saved plus 4,000, not minus 4,000, already saved. And then you're getting another $200 every M. Every M. What's the M? Every month. Okay. So now go ahead on your own and create Franca's equation on your notebook, okay? Now, Franca's equation is also going to be y equals, how much did she start to save first? Starting point. Your starting point, 6,000. And she saves $100 every month. So she started to save, initially she put away more, but she doesn't save as much each month. So let's see how many months it happens that they're both going to have the same amount of money. And that's what you're doing, okay? So first step, do we have a letter by itself? And really, we have both of these. So either one will work. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece here. And does this equal y? Yeah. Y equals 200m plus 400. So you know what I can do? I can put this 200m where the y is. And you're going to see this right now in a second on the other slide. All right. Make sure you have this written down. All right. So now when I look at this problem, it's really, you're going to see this as I write it out. So 200m plus 4,000 equals 100m plus 6,000. Letters to the left, constants to the right. Let's solve this how we know how to. Can I go letters to the left? That cancels out. And I have 100m. And can I move? I'll write this out so you can see that last step clearly. I bring this down. I get 6,000. Now, from here, move this up a little bit. I'm going to do subtract 4,000. Ignore my kids in the background. They're having fun. 100m equals 2,000. Now, how many times is 100 going to 2,000? How many $100 bills would you have to have $2,000? If I have 10 $100 bills, I have 1,000. If I have 20 $100 bills, I have 2,000. Okay, so m equals 20. M equals 20, and that's huge. Is that what we were looking for? What does m mean? We go back to our original problem. How many months will they have saved the same amount of money? After 20 months. Okay, that's a tough problem, but you could solve it. That's about as tough as they're going to get on you guys for 8th grade. All right, good job.